Hey guys, my name is Rycopene and welcome to a quiz. This is a quiz about if I have ADD. Are you totally ADD, which is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is somewhat difficult to diagnose. Why? Well, for one thing, the symptoms are common problems that everyone faces. We are all forgetful, distracted, restless, overwhelmed, and losing track of things now and then. So what makes ADHD a disorder? Now, this happens a lot, and you've seen me play games that if I talk about something, I might lose track of what I was talking about before, and I put more focus or more attention to what I just said, and rather forget a lot about the game. That happens a lot, and that happens most of the times that I've been playing games ever since I started YouTube. And that's a problem if you're a Let's Player, because you have to be zoned into the game, and you must not blabber about stuff that is not related to the game. But if you want to make something interesting, then you have to, and I somewhat lose track of all of that. That's the problem in my side. It's ongoing and impairing. When inattention, procrastination, overwhelm, and restlessness are constant frustrating problems that undermine many areas of your life, it's a disorder. Note, this quiz has been approved by 2 independent ADHD specialists. It will give you a sense of whether or not you have this mindset, but it will not replace a proper assessment by a doctor who understands ADHD. This quiz is not intended to give you a definitive medical diagnosis, which is good, because if I have, then I'm gonna fail. There are 18 quick questions. The first 9 explores inattention and focus. Okay. Of course, life is rarely black and white. If what we are describing happens to you regularly, then select yes. Select no if it's hardly ever or not at all. Okay, let's start. Poor attention to detail. I often make small mistakes in my work. I skim read. I tend to rush things. Yeah, I sometimes do. I mess up dates, get numbers wrong, or fail to notice typos. No, I never fail to notice typos. If I do, then I'll follow up with like any typo thing. Like when you're chatting or sending a message, you use the asterisk to change what you've just wrote. And I don't get them wrong. I don't get numbers wrong. I don't mess up dates. I did before, but that all changed. I often overlook details in filling out forms or forget to add attachments to emails. I tend to make simple errors because I'm not paying attention. No, I don't. The majority here, no. But I do skim read sometimes. I tend to rush things a lot. So I'm gonna say no. I find it difficult to stick with longer tasks, even leisure activities. I don't know. I may go off to do something else, or I end up doing several things at once. Yes, I always do. I struggle to follow through on complex tasks. Short deadlines work best for me. Yes, short deadlines actually work best for me. By the time you're gonna watch this, I've already been into a competition, and with that competition, I only had 1 week to prepare for my speech, which is like the shortest deadline ever if you're a public speaker, because normally public speaking takes months to practice, and I just started like a week ago or a week before the competition, and I tend to do that a lot. Answer yes if any of these apply to you. Yes they do. Poor listener. I find I am easily distracted during longer conversations. I tend to tune out. I may be looking right at someone, but I'm lost in thought. My mind often wanders. I often miss what's being said, so I have to ask people to repeat themselves. Sometimes I even lose track of what I'm saying, or I go off on tangents. Yes, that's what I'm talking about when I started the video. When I say something and I add one more thing, I tend to focus on that thing, and I forget to go back and lose track of what I was saying before. So yes, I do. But when I look at someone or during conversations, I don't tune out. I actually am into the chat, so I'm gonna say no for this one. Don't follow instructions. I prefer to jump right in rather than read through instructions, guides, or recipes. I don't have regular routines at work or home. I struggle with schedules or plans. I'm not being obstinate. I know what to do, I just can't seem to do it. So this actually works in real life for me. I have regular routines I follow. I don't really struggle with schedule or plans, but recently I have. I've stopped uploading YouTube videos because I've been really busy, and so I guess I do have this one. And then I prefer to jump right in. Yes, if it's a test, then I will read instructions. If it's a guide for appliances or stuff, I do. But if it's for gadgets and whatnot, like, for the longest time, I've never watched anyone, right, like, before I started using editing programs like Vegas Pro or Premiere Pro, I never had anyone teach me. So I just went right in, like, blind. I didn't know anything about the program until later, after a few months, I guess. So if any of these apply to me, yes, a lot of them do. I feel disorganized. Oh, damn. I have trouble organizing my work schedule, social life, and family obligations. I create long to-do lists then to find them overwhelming. Planning a big project feels daunting. I procrastinate because I can't see where to start or figure out what I need. No, this doesn't apply to me because I've always been on a proper like schedule, and if I don't tend to the schedule, then I will follow up the next day. It's just a matter of time and space, and if you don't have time for this, then focus your time here, but make sure to go back there and finish anything that you organize. So no, I don't. I avoid tasks that require sustained mental effort. I struggle to find things that demand a lot of focus for a long period of time. Other times I get in the zone and hyper focus. Yeah, I do. I avoid routine tasks that feel monotonous, repetitive, or boring. Yes, a lot. When faced with a big, important task, I will do a bunch of trivial chores instead. I hate paperwork. Everybody hates paperwork, so yes, I guess. Often lose things I need. Yeah, I do. I often misplace things like my phone, keys, or TV remote. I just had it a minute ago. I often lose important paperwork or cannot find something I just bought. My home or workplace is cluttered, piles everywhere. Yep. Things have to be out where I can see them, otherwise I worry that I'll forget about them. Yeah, well, if you're a guy, it's better to know or see that your workplace is cluttered and full of crap than to be organized and you forget where it is. Because as a guy, and I'm speaking for all the men out there that's watching my videos, if you're a guy and you remember specifically where you placed it, example, I have a key right here, and if someone cleans it without my knowledge and place it somewhere else, I'm not gonna know where it is. Or rather, if I place it there, the other day I was gonna go out and I placed my key beside my washer, and the next day the moment I was gonna go out, I forgot where I placed it, and since it was not anywhere that's near me, I'm not gonna remember where I placed it. So I had to track down where I've been the day before, and I found it. So yes, I often lose things I need almost every time. Easily distracted. I'm easily distracted by conversations, noises, or activities happening around me. I'm often lost in thought. My mind will be far away, imagining interesting ideas, situations, or conversations. I'm pretty smart, but a bit absent-minded. I've been called a daydreamer. Not really. I mean, I can balance things from what's happening here and what's happening there. I can balance all of them. Like, I'll be texting while walking. I see an accident. Oh, there's an accident. Oh, there's an accident. Oh my god, there's an accident. I will still chat and go on with the conversation. I can balance things out, so I guess it's a no. Yeah, it's a no. Forgetful. I often lose track of what I'm supposed to be doing or what I've already done. I'll forget to pack something and I have to go back. I'm bad with names. I forget appointments or promises. When I am alone, I talk out loud to myself to stay on track. I have sticky notes everywhere. Yes! Yes, I do. I have sticky notes everywhere. If you watch my vlogs, you can see or you can sense that I'm looking. Remember that this was my background, and my camera was here. There was sticky notes. If you've watched my PC builder video simulator, I was talking about my second case, my second PC beside me. I stuck all my sticky notes where I wrote all the things I have to say because I'm bad with remembering what I have to say in a video or a vlog that long. So it's all there organized, and I always forget to pack stuff, and I'm never bad with names. But if I've known you for a few days only, then I will surely forget. But if I've known you for a long time, then I will surely remember. Appointments or promises, yes, I do forget sometimes, or a lot, or most of the times, but not that much. So submit. What do I get? That's the 9 inattention symptoms. You finished part 1. Your total is 5 out of 9. A score of 5 or higher suggests inattention is a problem to you. God dang it! Fuck me. While most people struggle with some of these symptoms, that doesn't mean they have ADHD. Yeah. They could be stressed by major life events or any number of medical issues. But your scores suggest that a full assessment by a specialist who understands ADHD might be in order. About 45% of adults are struggling with focus, distraction, and attention. These challenges undermine their goals and good intentions in many areas of life, despite all their best efforts. Now let's look. It's a me, Mario. See, it just happened. God dang it. Fuck me. Fuck me. I'm so weird. I mean, it's obvious I have ADHD. It's obvious. Now let's look at hyperactivity, 6 questions, and impulsivity, 3 questions. Problems, areas for many adults with ADD, and see what else we can learn. God dang it. I already have. You just saw it. You just witnessed that I do have one. Gosh darn it. Freaking hell. You probably don't bounce around like a hyperactive child, but perhaps you often feel restless. Yeah, driven. Like there's a dynamo inside you. Maybe you're impatient on the go. Thoughts race, sometimes stumbling, ricocheting as you pour out one idea after another. You may crave excitement and trying new things, or love highly stimulating activities with a big payoff. Yeah, let's take a look at hyperactivity. Physically restless, fidgety. I grow fidgety during meetings, classes, or church. I can become antsy during long conversations. I fidget with keys, bracelets, coins, and pens, swirl my hair, doodle. These things help me focus and listen. I tap my foot, or bounce a leg with my pent up energy, constantly shifting in my seat, rocking, tilting my chair way back when I'm thinking. Yes! Yes! All of this is true for me. Like, whenever I'm in class, I always find something like, I hold a pen and start to like roll them over. I don't have a pen right here right now, but basically I roll them while I roll and before I write. Right now I'm fidgeting with my chair. Like there's like a thing, I can't explain it, but it's like a pointy thing that's not pointy, but it makes me relaxed and whatnot. It's hard to explain, but it's there. And I doodle a lot sometimes. Twirl my hair. Can I twirl my hair? No, I actually fix my hair. I fidget my hair and fix it a lot. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I do. I feel the need to get up and move. I pace while I'm on the phone. I wish I could pace during meetings. I walk faster than others and have to wait for them. I like to be in action, on the move. When I am required to sit and do something challenging like financial paperwork, I need to take frequent breaks to shake off my agitation. Yep. I tend to work faster. If you're familiar with entrance of colors, it's basically the entrance of 6, or I don't know how many you guys have, of at least 6 cadets under military training, and as a commander, I sometimes walk faster than them just because I have to, and whenever I feel I'm faster, I have to wait for them because we have to be on sync. So yes, I do. Restless. I am impatient or agitated when things are quiet. I feel rushed, pressured, or driven, even doing something that isn't urgent. I have had frequent job changes or moved frequently. So if any of them, yes, I am. I feel rushed, pressured, or driven, even doing something that isn't urgent. So like when I am recording videos or recording a game, I feel like I'm pressured to a point that I have to say things to make you guys feel with me. Like I feel like what I'm saying has to make sense so you guys would understand. But that's totally a problem because once I say something, I'm gonna shift to another topic and I'm never gonna go and remember what I said. So yes, I do have problems with this one, and it's a yes. Difficulty enjoying leisure activities quietly. I find it hard to relax or work quietly. Small talk is boring. I always have to be trying new things or changing them up. I'm always pushing the envelope, tweaking and adjusting. What if we do it this way instead? I find myself stirring things up, teasing. I often drawing attention to myself. I can be over the top, center of attention. Some would say I'm a bit immature or prone to drama. Everything's a big deal with me. Yes, this is totally true. It's not that I'm proud of being like this, but whenever there's something that's it's like whenever something happens, or if there's a program that I've held or have been controlled on, I tend to do things on my way because what I think, my way of thinking is that this thing that I think will work with the entire program, and that's what I've been doing. And this year, I've been watching people do my job before, and I've always have had this urge to just butt in and just intervene and tell the guy in charge, do this instead, or don't do that, that's gonna fail, do this, it will work, and all that kind of stuff, because I don't know, I've always been like that. It's always been. I don't know why. I've always wanted to remove that in me, and I've always wanted to remove that, but it just always comes back. Like it's like being so ahead of yourself that what you think is always right, and what you do is gonna benefit other people in your own way. But for what I've learned over the years is that you can't do anything alone. You have people with you, helping you, and even though I still have this problem, I'm finding ways of trying to hold myself back and just be relaxed. And yes, I do have this. I'm blabbering too much. See, this is the problem. You can see it here. God dang it. Freaking hell. Always on the go, driven. It often seems like I'm always on the go, driven by a motor. I'm drawn to one hobby or obsession after another. I have more stamina and enthusiasm than anyone else if it's something I find interesting. I dive in whole hog like a whirling dervish with tons of energy but then suddenly crash. I'm more of a sprinter than a marathoner. No. Not really. Because if this doesn't apply to me, because when I'm playing a game, I've always wanted to check each and every corner. I don't want to miss anything. Because it's like, in my mindset of playing games or story-based games like Resident Evil, I always think that, this matters, this first aid kit matters, this ammo matters, and if I don't have it, I won't progress in the story. But in reality, it doesn't. It means that you can actually sprint through the game, and rather than stay there like a marathon and make the game longer by searching all the crap. And I'm not always on the go. I'm drawn to making things clearer on my side. I want everything to be as clear as possible, because I don't want to lose anything that I've went through. So no, it doesn't work for me. Not rude but talkative. I always have lots to say, but I'm not so great at listening. I can be an enthusiastic chatterbox who just can't stop. If someone else tries to speak, I get louder because I feel pressure to get it out. I tend to dominate conversations, telling great stories, but rarely learning anything about anyone else. I always have to top or match someone else's story. Not really. I'm not a great listener, but I'm also a great listener at the same time. If someone else tries to speak, I get louder. If they talk to me loud, then I'll talk back at them loud. So I guess that's how it works. Not really. Congrats! You've completed the questions on hyperactivity. Just 3 more to go. Exploring impulsivity. Blurting out. I am full of ideas. My mind jumps and races ahead. I don't sit quietly and consider, but immediately offer one idea or opinion after another. I may seem impatient or dominating. I always adding my 2 cents, having to contribute my ideas, and I have lots of them. I am instantly enthusiastic and interested in new challenges. I say yes to everything, then end up overwhelmed with commitments. Yes, I've had a lot about this last one. I'm always on the go for anything as long as it's safe and I know what I'm doing. But after I'm doing it, I feel like a lot of things are there in the end that I'm not expecting. Like, I enter this, I thought I'm gonna end with this, but I'm gonna end with those. So I'm overwhelmed with what's gonna happen to me. So yes, a lot of time. Waiting my turn is frustrating. I hate lineups or waiting for other people to arrive. I will move from one checkout line to another seeking the fastest cashier. I'll go out of my way to avoid slow traffic or long conversations. I can't stand people who speak slowly. Small talk is painful boring. A friend who asks the waiters about every item on the menu makes me crazy. I hate waiting for other people to arrive. I just can't sit back and relax. Nah, I can wait. I'm not that, like, I can't. Yeah, I can wait. Yeah, I can. The last one. I interrupt and intrude on others. I interrupt, chime in, or intrude into other people's conversation. I feel the need to top someone's story or add your 2 cents. I always have an opinion or an idea you feel the need to share. And yes, they may well be great ideas. Well, I chime in or interrupt conversations as a joke. Like, there's something like there's a fad in our friendships that whenever someone is talking and we instantly joke around about what we've said, and I mean that works for all of us, but the need to stop, or the need to top someone's story. I do share ideas, but not to top someone's story. No, like that. I guess they're familiar, so I'm gonna say yes, just because I do interrupt, not in a bad way, but in a good way. So I mean, if it's a good way, then I'll say no. Yeah, I'll say no. Error occurred. God dang it! What the hell? Can I go back? Can I go back? I want to know if I'm ADD. God dang it. What the hell? Hey guys, my name is Rycopene and welcome to Google Chrome. No internet connection game, and where we play as a dinosaur jumping over trees and reaching a great score. And yeah. Your total score for hyperactivity and impulsivity is 5 out of 9. For hyperactivity and impulsivity, the threshold score is 5 or more. Okay. The predominantly combined subtype of ADHD. For hyperactivity and impulsivity, the threshold score is 5 or more. So your score suggests hyperactivity and impulsivity may be issues for you. Since you have also scored 5 or more in part 1 or of attention, this suggests you may have what is called the predominantly combined subtype of ADHD. This is the most common type of ADHD. So, where do you go from here? Learning more about ADHD is the first step. Okay, so at least I know I do have ADHD. This video is so long. I don't understand how it's this long. But I blabbered a lot, and I guess you guys found out something about me, which is totally weird and so obvious. But yeah, I do think I have ADHD. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just me. But yeah, I guess that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.